Those anti-ICE protests we mentioned are expected to ramp up today, not just in Los Angeles. You've got demonstrations that have spread to, you see next to me, cities across the country. Arrests, in fact, were made in LA, Denver, Chicago, and New York City, as well as some other locations last night. In Los Angeles, there's now a curfew limited for the downtown district. California Senator Alex Padilla told CBS News that CBS News is the takeout that this is a crisis of the president's making. Listen.
The increasingly aggressive and cruel tactics of the immigration enforcement is what's prompting the response of people who are passionate about speaking up for our fundamental rights and due process, because the enforcement operations have gone far beyond just the violent criminals or the dangerous criminals that Donald Trump has promised.
CBS News correspondent Elise Preston is live once again in Los Angeles with an update on all of this for us this morning. And Elise, one of the things I think we should reference for our viewers is that LA is hundreds upon hundreds of square miles. The curfew is limited just to, I think, a single square mile downtown. Can you help us understand if the arrival of the Marines yesterday has even been visible or changed the dynamic of what demonstrators have been doing yet?
Right, Errol, that curfew is a single square mile radius downtown, and it was lifted about an hour ago. But as far as the Marines, we have not seen them as of yet. They're actually at a training facility outside of the city. What they're doing at that training facility, what that training entails, we're not sure. We're working to find that answer. But I can tell you, we did see a strong show of enforcement yesterday from Los Angeles police right in front of this federal building. We did see protesters gather early in the afternoon, and when they were not dispersing, pretty much immediately officers moved in and began making arrests. Now, when the curfew took effect later in the day at 8 p.m., as soon as that curfew hit, the officers were out enforcing the curfew for folks who did not live in this area, and so those people were arrested pretty much immediately.
Right, and I think that also underscores the government's effort to protect federal buildings, to protect federal staff, but they should at no point interact with the general public. That's a role for local law enforcement. And on that point, Mayor Karen Bass said that the city kind of reached a tipping point when businesses were looted, but Governor Newsom seemed to encourage peaceful resistance. He made a statement last night for people there to watch. Do you notice any disconnect between what state and city officials are saying, or are Democrats relatively united in the messaging?
I think across the board, the messaging is united. Let your voice be heard. You have a right to protest, but they want it done peacefully. And so when it's not done peacefully, that is the issue. The mayor has also spoken. She's been very vocal that people who are vandalizing property, who are looting, that they are not staying on the message. And she questioned if those were the people who actually cared about the heart of this issue, which were the immigration policies. I can also tell you that some protesters I stumbled upon yesterday, they are also along with that messaging. So we're in front of the federal building. There's a building right nearby that is a Japanese American heritage museum, and it was tagged in all of this chaos. So people who have been out here protesting over the last several days, they were very upset that that building of all buildings was desecrated, and they were cleaning that building up.
Yeah, and Elise, I think you were saying on Monday, there's a difference between the mostly peaceful protesters and small groups. I think the sheriff even noted that they seem to be professional agitators who always show up at large demonstrations. So there is definitely a disconnect that maybe some people aren't picking up when they see the pictures and video. Great to get your reporting once again from LA, Elise Preston. Thanks for that.